Have you ever wondered how you could survive alone after 90? And what essentials make it possible? Growing older brings new challenges, especially for those who live alone. The question is not just about surviving, but about living with dignity, safety, and joy. Many seniors ask themselves, how can I keep my independence, stay strong, and feel secure without constant support from others? The good news is that with the right essentials, it is possible to thrive on your own even after 90. These essentials are not luxuries. They are practical, life-sustaining tools that protect your health, comfort, and peace of mind. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 essentials that can help you live alone with confidence after 90. Each one is simple, realistic, and tailored to what older adults truly need in this season of life. From safety in your home to staying connected emotionally, these essentials will give you both protection and empowerment. They are not about fear or weakness, but about giving you the strength to continue living life on your own terms. Stay tuned until the very end, because the final essential might surprise you. It is often the one most seniors overlook, yet it can make the biggest difference in ensuring your independence and happiness. What you discover here could reshape the way you approach your later years and remind you that living alone after 90 does not mean living without hope or fulfillment. Now, let's dive right in. Number 1. A home that's secure and easy to navigate. You know, the very first thing you need to really make it on your own past 90 is turning your living space into something that feels safe and straightforward to get around in. For a lot of folks in their later years, that cozy house they've known forever starts showing its tricky side. What used to be a simple flight of stairs might now seem like a daunting climb up a rocky hill. Those throw rugs that added a bit of charm, they could suddenly become sneaky traps waiting to catch your foot, and stretching up to grab a plate from the top shelf, well, that can turn into a real gamble. At first glance, these things don't scream danger, but they build up, and before you know it, they could tip the scales from enjoying your freedom to dealing with a mishap that shakes everything up. Slips and tumbles are huge concerns for older people flying solo. A quick slide on a wet tile or a trip over some clutter in the hall might result in fractures, extended time in the hospital, or weeks of rehab that steal your momentum. That's exactly why health experts stress tweaking your surroundings, adding sturdy handrails in the shower, brightening up those shadowy spots, and laying down mats that grip the floor. It's not admitting defeat. It's smart planning that heads off trouble early. On top of that, making things reachable is key. Rearrange so your go-to stuff is right there. No hassle drop those daily essentials to waist level, scatter phones around the house, or pick chairs that let you sit and stand without a fight. Little shifts like these smooth out the rough edges, letting you wander your place without that nagging worry or extra effort. Picture Sarah, this 92-year-old lady from a quiet suburb in Ontario who'd been in her family home since her kids were small. She brushed off the hassle of those creaky stairs to her upstairs bedroom at first, thinking she'd manage. But after a close call where she nearly took a header, it hit her. Time for some updates. She shifted her sleeping quarters to the main floor, amped up the lights, and ditched those slippery carpets. Suddenly, her house wasn't a battleground anymore. It was her sanctuary again, full of calm and ease. Instead of fretting over every move, she could kick back and savor the little joys. Setting up your space this way isn't surrendering to time. It's grabbing the reins so your home lifts you up instead of holding you back. The ease and assurance from a setup like that, it changes the game for staying solo and strong after 90. Number 2. Solid eating habits and smart food prep. Alright, moving on. The next big piece for holding your own after 90 is getting a grip on what you eat and how you handle meals. As the years add up, your system craves consistent, good stuff to keep energy humming, ward off bugs, and hold onto muscle tone. But hey, when you're going it alone, it's easy to let food slide, maybe grazing on whatever's handy, forgetting lunch altogether, or leaning on those quick microwave deals that taste okay, but pack zero punch long term. Over time, that kind of neglect saps your vitality, opening the door to nutrient shortfalls or that gradual muscle fade doctors call sarcopenia. Building a trustworthy food routine doesn't need to be a headache. Start by stocking up on the fundamentals: ripe produce, good proteins like fish or beans, and hearty grains. Whip up easy combos: a warm bowl of porridge topped with berries, some seared salmon alongside greens, or a veggie-packed stew. These beat out junky alternatives hands down, fueling you properly without the fuss. The real secret? Stick to it. Regular, varied bites keep everything ticking smoothly, just like nature intended. And planning ahead? That's your ace. Dedicate a chunk of time weekly to chop, cook, and stash portions. It cuts down on those lazy grabs for crap food. We're talking basic stuff, not chef-level feats. It's all about making healthy the default path. Think of George, this 91-year-old guy from the Midwest who'd lost his partner and was rattling around his Chicago apartment. Early on, he'd blow off breakfast, heat up canned chili for dinner, and tell himself it was fine, who cares at this age. But his stamina tanked, and his doc flagged the weakening. So he switched gears, spending lazy Sundays prepping grilled veggies, simple turkey wraps, and fruit salads that lasted the week. Boom, his pep came roaring back, and it felt good knowing he was looking out for number one. A thoughtful food game plan isn't just eating. It's armoring up your body for the long haul, safeguarding your steadiness, clarity, and self-reliance. Food's your ally here, a quiet nod that you're deserving of that extra bit of care. Oh, and if this is hitting home so far, drop a 2 in the comments to say, hey, I'm loving hearing from you all. Haven't subbed yet? Hit that button and ring the bell. It keeps us going with more tips like these. Let's keep rolling. Number 3, a solid setup for handling your health and meds. Okay, third up on the list for making it solo after 90 is putting together a rock-solid way to stay on top of your well-being. In these golden years, even tiny glitches can snowball if you don't catch them quick. Without folks around to spot the warning signs, you've got to have your own back with a plan that's reliable. That covers routine doc visits, pill routines that don't slip, and quick access to aid if things go south fast. One sneaky pitfall for independent seniors: botching meds, wrong amount, missed dose, or running out without notice. It can trigger big issues, from dizzy spells to worse. So, get organized. Use those weekly pill boxes, set phone alarms, or jot a log. It keeps errors at bay and lets you breathe easy, dodging those curveballs that could knock you off your game. Then there's staying plugged into Carebook. Those check-ins, prep your questions, chase results. Sure, it's tempting to put it off when you feel all right, but nipping stuff early saves headaches later. Prevention's the name of the game, way better than scrambling. And don't forget prep for emergencies. Keep a lifeline gadget or cell handy always. A sudden tumble, tight chest, or wooziness can escalate in a blink. So have contacts posted, know your nearest ER, and line up rides. It's that foresight that turns potential disasters into mere blips. Look at Evelyn, this 93-year-old from a cozy village in the UK, kids all scattered far. She'd space on her heart meds and skip appointments, figuring no news is good news. Then one day, she blacked out by the sink, lay there ages till a friend popped by. Shook her up enough to grab a alert pendant, map out her doses, and commit to regular GP chats. Regained her groove, feeling in charge again. This health framework isn't paranoia. It's your buffer, freeing you to chase hobbies, chats, and those sunny moments without the cloud of what if. When it's dialed in, life's about thriving, not tiptoeing. Number 4, keeping ties that lift your spirits and link you to others. Now, the fourth key to pulling off solo living after 90 is nurturing those emotional links and social vibes. Yeah, the physical stuff like eats and safety matters a ton, but nothing beats the warmth of real bonds. Isolation hits hard for older folks on their own, messing with your mood and even your body, dampening defenses, sparking blues, or fogging the mind faster. If you're set on staying independent, weaving in people time is as crucial as your vitamins or workouts. It doesn't mean a crowd 24/7. It's about steady sparks of interaction that spark joy, chat, and belonging. Maybe a daily text with grandkids, popping over to a pal's for tea, or dipping into a hobby club at the rec center. These bits reaffirm you're seen, heard, and woven into life's fabric. Plus, carving out fun, giggling over stories, reminiscing, or just venting lightens the load. Tech's a game changer too. FaceTime laughs, online forums, or virtual meetups with like minds open worlds our parents never had. Embracing it bridges gaps beautifully. Consider Robert, a 94-year-old widower in Seattle, days blending into quiet television marathons and solo suppers after his spouse went. That void grew, no fix from naps or schedules. But joining a neighborhood walking group and weekly calls with an old army buddy flipped the script. He perked up, chuckled more, and his checkups showed the boost. Wasn't pills, it was people. These ties are your steadying force amid storms, whispering you're not adrift. Even solo, they fuel resilience, chase away shadows, and keep your heart full. Pouring into them isn't filler. It's fortifying your core for the road ahead. Hey, if you're tuned in and digging this, comment 4 below lets me know you're with me. Not subbed? Do it now, bell on, so we can keep the good stuff coming. Onward. Number 5. Steady finances and handy everyday aids. And finally, the 5th pillar for nailing independent life after 90 is locking in your money matters and those practical helpers that ease the daily grind. Cash isn't everything, but it sure buys calm, safety, and options to stay in control. Without a buffer, basics like decent grub, a solid roof, or doc bills get dicey. To really flourish alone, sort your funds and tap into supports that fit. It starts with clarity. Track inflows from pensions or nests, outflows on must-haves, and how far it'll stretch. Whip up a no-frills budget zeroed on food, pills, bills, and home tweaks, ditches that gnawing anxiety. Aim's not riches. It's that reassuring, I've got this without skimping fears. Then, those support gadgets or services lighten loads without stealing your thunder. Set up rides for errands or appointments, occasional cleaners for the heavy lifts, or food drops that deliver fresh meals. Tech like autopays or safety buttons streamline the rest, freeing brain space. Take Patricia, a 95-year-old from rural New England, managing post-husband with bills piling and energy waning for chores or drives. Health dipped as stress mounted. But automating finances, scheduling produce boxes, and budgeting for yard help turned tides. She relaxed, gardened more, and chatted grandkids freely. This combo's your bedrock, syncing all else seamlessly. Wise money and aids mean living fully, not scraping by. It's smart leveraging, preserving your spark for what lights you up. With it, days unfold assured, needs covered, spirit soaring. Wrapping it up here, as we wind down, pause, and mull over these 5 keys we've unpacked. Tackling solo life after 90 might feel intimidating at first, but gear up right, and it's ripe with rewards. A navigable home shields from slips. Steady eats build your vigor. Health oversight keeps you sharp. Bonds warm the soul. And financial footing with aids secures your path. What resonated deepest? Spot any tweaks for your setup? Spotting gaps is step 1 to crafting a life that's vibrant, not just enduring. These aren't mere suggestions. They're foundations for grace, self-rule, and delight in twilight. No perfection needed, just consistent nudges toward sturdier, richer days. Solo after 90 isn't helpless. It's your canvas for peace and purpose. Prep today, and tomorrow's yours, wrapped in assurance and ease. Investing in you pays off in freedom and warmth earned. Thanks for hanging out. Drop a comment on your takeaway and how you'll apply it. Your shares fuel us big time. Loved it? Like, sub, share keeps the inspiration flowing. See you next time.